effortlessly fast.
Yeah, they can't see it behind my sunglasses, but I just keep like looking over at your Speedo, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't know how fast he's going.
No,
he doesn't know.
I don't. I mean, it's just, wow.
Yeah.
This is mind-blowingly quick. Hi, my name is Jason. Welcome to Chasing the Apex. So we are in a BMW M2 Competition. Now, I'm going to let Eric give the specs because I don't really remember, but I remember it being about 400-ish ponies and about 400 and some odd foot-pounds of torque.
It's almost exactly the same. It's 405 horsepower, 405 or 406 pound-feet of torque.
Okay, there you go. See, but he knows very exactly. And I'm glad to have Eric back for this one because this is kind of a special car.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about this car, and the opportunity to actually drive one, you know, I was definitely willing to take that opportunity.
You know what's interesting is, you know, when we were driving up here, we had it in regular mode, right? But as soon as I hit the paddle shifters, it began to move, right? It stays in that manual mode, and the paddle shifters are super responsive, and I really like that. I like that I don't have to fumble for a manual switch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, BMW named it Competition.
That's true.
So,
well, I mean, they did, right?
I guess it's in the name.
And one of the observations you made earlier was how large the wheel space was in the back in comparison to the front. So in theory, right, I mean, it's made to be very nimble.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and you can see it, it's not a large car.
No.
You know, but it's got large tires. So I suspect it's going to be able to do some pretty good things out here.
I think so, too. You know, let's go ahead and put it in sport. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I like cool. And she's alive. Oh, holy hell. Whoa! That is a different car. It was good and normal. But oh my God! Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
And look, and she just holds it.
Yep.
And I'm almost doing nothing here. I'm just transitioning. BMW's doing all the work for me here and making it feel great. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it's definitely sticking.
I know. And you know, usually BMWs, once you get them moving, they start to move and they become very nimble. This one's nimble out of the box.
I don't think you realize this. You're moving pretty good right now.
No, I know. I feel it. There's that downshift right over the hill. Holy cow.
Yeah,
It's just letting it go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a track car. Holy heck, right? This is like a track car in disguise.
Oh, it's got the competition badge on it. It's competitive.
Oh yeah. I mean, wow. It turns everything into a racetrack. This is a hell of a car.
Yeah. I mean, it's rear wheel drive too. You know, it's been, well, hell, the last time I think I've been in a rear wheel drive was just a Mazda.
Right.
You know, and that's a tiny engine.
The Lotus.
Oh yeah, but you know, that's mid. You know, mid engine rear.
That's true.
Yeah. Not the same with the traditional front engine rear side.
God, this is fast. This is effortless. I mean, just help me out here. Effortlessly fast. I mean,
yeah, they can't see it behind my sunglasses, but I just keep like looking over at your Speedo, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't know how fast he's going.
No,
he doesn't know.
I don't. I mean, it's just, wow.
Yeah.
This is mind-blowingly quick. Good God. Gentlemen, this is how you fool your wives into letting you have a sports car. That's what the BMW M2 is designed to do, is trick your wife into thinking you bought something to go to the grocery store. I swear.
It is an understated design.
It is.
Yeah, you're not, you know, you don't have the Civic Type R syndrome.
No.
Where it's very racer boy, you know, and everything like that. It's very subdued.
I love how it dips in, how nimble it is, and then it holds.
Yeah.
And then you feel that rear plant. Wow, and the drive out of the corner is just mind-blowing. The torque is just...
Oh, I can feel the torque from here. Like every time you're slowing down, but then you want to speed up fast, I can tell it's a brute underneath if it wants to be.
Wow. I mean, this is wow. BMW, you made a race car for the street. That's what you did. I love you. I love this car. Your turn.
All right.
Here we go. Now we're really gonna get scared. Oh yeah. God, that's good.
Very effortless. I think you had it right.
Have you checked your speed up?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I am very aware of what this thing can do right now.
And look at it just float, man.
Just taking it.
It just sticks.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
That was nuts. Because you know, at first when we got in, and you even mentioned it, you're like, oh, it's a little stiff, and I was thinking, okay, a little stiff. Like typically, I don't like that because sometimes it can get jarring. We just went over some of the fastest like little camber changes I've seen on a public road, and it just absorbed all of it.
It did.
Just left to right.
It was like I'm a magic carpet.
Exactly.
It was weird.
We were floating.
That's wild, man.
And not like 1973 Lincoln Continental floating. Like you're still in control of that magic carpet.
It almost felt like it sucked it in, and I could feel that from the passenger side.
Quick shifting too.
Absolutely amazing. It's blinding fast. The whole thing. It's like an assault on your senses.
It is. It's a lot to take in.
You're like, ah! But you don't feel out of control.
No.
Like in the Alpha 4C, you'd feel like, oh, okay, I'm way in over my head here. Oh, God, that... It's so strange. It just sucks in.
Yeah. It just squats down and goes.
And it's funny, this is the first car I've ever been in as a passenger where I felt just as engaged as if I was the driver. It's so strange to me. Oh, wow. You sound like an evil lad, like Dr. Evil there. Whoa.
I feel like the only thing missing on this gauge cluster is like a smile meter, you know? And I think mine's been being pegged right now. Okay. All right, so now it's Susan's turn.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Very exciting. Let's get it back into manual. Oops.
If you hit your M1 button.
So I'll hit the M1 button to get manual.
There you go.
There it is. So we had a little bit of a warm up, which was really nice. And this car has a great suspension. It's nice and stiff and tight and very responsive.
Now you were saying you felt that it was a little bit big for you. Because I was the opposite. I was like, not that it was too small, but that it was, I felt the smallness of it. But then again, I got like a kind of a bigger saloon type, you know, not like necessarily the track type weapon.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's, the car does feel a little bit bigger than what I'm used to. The wheel feels a little bit big for me.
Oh yeah, the thick steering wheel,
It's a really thick steering wheel, which actually I can see on a long trip, which I absolutely feel I could do with this car. It is definitely sporty. It is definitely fun to drive. But I also feel like I could just get in it and go across the country or across town.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Very
livable.
comfortable
Yeah.
and livable. But so the steering wheel, I could
Yeah.
No, I'm not feeling any turbo lag at all. How would I with twin turbos?
Yeah.
It's still, even, you know, at a faster speed, it's still responsive, smooth. Oh, it's great.
It is. It's kind of like a luxury track car.
Luxury.
You know?
That's it, Eric. It's a luxury sport, luxury track. I like luxury track cars better because there are a lot of luxury sport cars out there already. This is definitely luxurious, but so the owner described it to me. He said he feels like the car is angry because it just has that power right now, ready for you at any time.
Oh yeah, it's got some explosive, like if you wanted to, you know it could jump.
Yes.
Yeah.
My word wouldn't be angry because I really like my car to be explosive like that.
You want it to be a positive emotion.
Yeah.
It's really happy.
It is a happy car. It's got spunky.
Yeah.
And myself, even driving it, you get it on the rev limiter, and you're like, oh, you know, you're so enthusiastic about, you know, your brain's being pushed to the back of your head, you finally have to think that you have to shift.
Yeah, that's the one thing about these BMW 6-cylinders is they are just the smoothest engines. It's like it doesn't feel harsh as it's getting up near red line.
Yeah.
Any other cars besides the Quadrifoglio and this?
I did not. Like I said, my dream car was always the E30 M3 with the 5-speed, and it would have been an Alpine Vice with the black interior. I had a missed opportunity back in the early 2000s to buy one from it was a maintenance shop up in Northern California that had one for $15,000 at the time. At the time, I just didn't have the cash to be able to put down and own that, nor have the room for 2 vehicles. So I kicked myself daily for not finding the funds for that car. But now, there was one recently at BMW San Francisco. It was an 88, but it was in Diamond Shorts, and it was $55,000. And you know, would I rather have the E30 M3, which is a 20-plus-year-old car, for $55,000, or would I rather have the F87 M2 with all the creature comforts and 405 horsepower twin turbo?
Yes, and reliability, and
reliability, warranty, the whole works. So that's why I went with the M2 Competition. I always knew I loved the characteristics of a BMW. You know, but going from 164 horsepower to 405 with 406 foot-pounds of torque, twin turbo, there's no comparison. You know, this car just feels angry the entire time that I drive it. It just wants to go.
It does.
And that's why I named her Helga. The reason that I went for the DCT over the 6-speed manual was from the standpoint that I did drive the 6-speed and I liked it, but for the type of driving that I did and with my commute as a daily driver, the DCT just fit the bill for me. I like the quick shifting. I could put it in auto mode with the double clutch transmission. It was really a no-brainer for me. And it's also the top selling M2. They sold more DCTs than they did 6-speed manuals.
Thanks for watching Chasing the Apex. We had a ton of fun driving the new M2 Competition.
Thank you so much for watching Chasing the Apex.
Thanks for watching Chasing the Apex, and thank you, Derek, for letting us drive your M2. It's a very impressive car.
You're welcome.